Cloud Imperium Games has embraced the rigid cyclical fun of a quarterly release schedule in effort to allow their staff to focus on development over a predictable period. However, since every patch is gutted unceremoniously with a rusty knife before launch, they've fallen back into the full-effort half measure of mid-quarter patches. That's why today we're looking at Star Citizen Alpha 3.13.1. These patches normally don't have enough fun stuff in them to warrant this exceptional and highly detailed coverage, but this one contains all sorts of literally huge additions and the return of a yearly event. That's right, we're headed into Invictus Launch Week 2951. This in-game event commemorates the annual UEE masturbatory proceedings where they fly around in fireworks and talk about how great they are. Regardless of whatever this means in the lore, the important part is now there's a big event happening on Microtech. Here you can walk around the endlessly vast arenas that house ships from each manufacturer that were magically teleported into this building. You can even check out some blurry holograms of all the ships you actually want that aren't in the game yet, like this chubby X-Wing. But make sure you don't forget to exit through the gift shop so you can pick up your complimentary leather jacket. If you're looking for ships that are in the game, you might want to check out the all-new Tumbril Nova. In this 30th century universe of nimble spaceships hauling arsenals that can level half a city, the slow-moving track monstrosities of the 20th century are still an important part of combat. Unlike its ancient counterparts, this armored behemoth has plenty of room to just walk in the back, take a stroll, and lounge in one of the 3 relaxing seats. The driver's seat allows you to scoot this bad boy around, at least until you hit that mysterious force of instantaneous explosion while taking a drive. You can also fire the gun as long as you're trying to hit something directly in front of you. If you want a little more precision, check out the gunner's seat where you can spin around the massive size 5 cannon and even fire off some missiles if you want to pretend you won't get obliterated by almost anything that flies. Or if you're feeling like achieving as little as possible, jump in the passenger seat where you can leisurely enjoy the ride until it's time to take over the tiny remote turret and massage your opponents to death with some laser repeaters. The real challenge with this tonk is getting it to a place where you can actually use it. It doesn't quite fit in your standard vehicles. Thankfully, there's a real big boy on the scene with a rear end that can accommodate even the thickest of vehicles. The Crusader Hercules tests the limits of hangar size with its huge and easily accessible cargo space, featuring holes at both ends. The rest of the ship sits on top with a wonderful collection of adjacent hallway tubes featuring crew quarters and an incredible amount of unused space for you to admire. But if the bulk of the Hercules isn't enough for you, you can always take a short trip into orbit to take a tour of the mighty Javelin Destroyer. Have a sneak peek at the majesty of places like these rows of beds and even a mess hall. Once you've seen the 5 finished rooms of the Javelin, step back outside just in time to witness the UEE swing the biggest part of its dick across the sky, the Bengal Carrier. Star Citizen Alpha 3.13.1, proof that even if you throw a party for yourself, people will still pretend to like you if you give them free shit. With this Invictus event, there's also a free fly event, so if you want to witness all of these things for yourself without paying money, check out the links in the description to get signed up and try it free. Also, if you'd like to see what was in the previous patches for Star Citizen, check out the last video or this playlist of all of my Star Citizen videos to get a twisted and probably inaccurate idea of how far things have come over the last couple of years.